You're standing on a train platform or sitting at your desk, and the sheer velocity of the modern world rushes past you. Suddenly, you feel a sharp, almost physical ache, a desperate urge to rewind the clock to a simpler year. We often dismiss this feeling as sentimentality, a momentary emotional weakness for the way things used to be. But the biological architecture suggests something deliberate. When the nervous system detects a spike in environmental stress, neural networks weave a cognitive shield. As anxieties threaten to overload your processing capacity, your consciousness withdraws behind this barrier, letting external pressures ricochet off the exterior. This retreat isn't a withdrawal into empty space. Your mind actively relocates you into a safe room constructed from the raw materials of your own memories. This shift is an evolved defensive transition. By relocating the consciousness into a space it can control, the brain creates a temporary reprieve from the friction of the present. To make this sanctuary viable, the brain acts as an editor rather than a passive hard drive. It actively rearranges history. Through cognitive scrubbing, neural pathways act as a filter. On this timeline of memories, they identify and purge the negative nodes, the mundane, boring, and painful. The brain then magnifies the remaining glowing nodes, fusing them into a continuous, unbroken narrative. You lose the memory of the mosquito bites, the heat, and the petty arguments from childhood. The polished cut of the event eventually replaces the objective truth in your mind. Historical accuracy is sacrificed to manufacture an immediate emotional payoff. This editing is triggered by the grind of modern life. Burnout, digital isolation, and chronic anxiety create a constant friction wearing down your mental reserves. Compared to the cold, sharp realities of managing a mortgage or a deadline, those curated memories offer a soft, golden warmth. When the gap between present pain and past warmth becomes too wide, the mind pulls an internal escape hatch. Your internal focus detaches from your physical environment, wandering through the halls of a private museum where every exhibit is a stylized, comforting echo. We can track this immersion as it happens. As this circle for past immersion expands, the brain physically dampens the neural receptors responsible for processing your immediate surroundings. The flight response is highly effective, insulating you from the sharp edges of the current moment, achieving a state of complete, total avoidance. Warning: living inside a perfectly controlled climate comes with a cost. A mechanism evolved to provide 5 minutes of breathing room can easily harden into a permanent psychological residence. This is the nostalgia trap. By hiding in a sanitized version of yesterday, you lose the ability to engage with the actionable conditions of your life today. This cycle feeds on itself. Present discomfort drives a retreat into the past, ensuring the conditions of today remain unchanged, a lack of movement that feeds directly back into the initial urge to hide. Eventually, the illusion fractures. You realize the sanctuary is hollow because the flawless past you are mourning never actually existed in the form you remember. Breaking this loop requires recognizing the mechanism. You have to willingly step out of the biological trap and let the cold air of reality hit your face. Nostalgia isn't the enemy. It is a temporary resting place, a shelter meant for a brief visit when the present becomes too loud. But resilience requires walking back out into the noise. To build a life worth remembering later, you must choose to stay present for the difficult, unedited reality of now.